Hello friends, last lecture we have discussed under GST input tax credit. Under input tax credit we solve one sum related to the how to compute what will be the treatment of input tax credit. Now we have to understand the sections, we have to understand the concept of the input tax credit. For that purpose, we will solve some different sums. Let us discuss today problem number 1. One already we have completed. Problem number 2 that we will start today. Problem number 2. Mr. Krishnan has provided information regarding input tax credit related to GST on inward supplies for the month of July 2019. You are required to calculate input tax credit available for the month of July 2019. First, club membership fees facility provided for recreation of employees 10,000. Second, goods lost in transportation rupees 20,000. Third, refreshments provided in suppliers meeting 30,000. Fourth, repairing charges paid to Mr. Azai towards upkeep of machine 40,000. Fifth, input purchase as raw material 50,000. Professional fees paid for designing technical drawings 60,000. Next, 7 number, health insurance of employees voluntarily done by employer rupees 70,000. 8 number, pickup and drop facilities for employees not mandatory 80,000. So friends, here in this particular question they are providing information, Mr. Krishna, and he is providing information regarding the input tax credit to the GST in inward supply. Whatever supply purchase, that particular supply, how we will consider whether such transactions, whatever taxes are there, they are eligible for input tax credit. Let us discuss one by one transaction. So we have to find out in the month of July 2019 input tax rate available. Now first question, club membership fees facility provided for recreation of employees. Now recreation of employee means the workers recreational purpose facility provided, club membership. This particular amount, whether it is applicable for input tax credit. So see, the first of all we should know about the rules, we should know about the section regarding the input tax credit regarding this particular words. So as per the section 17 subsection 5 clause B2, input tax credit on membership of a club, health and fitness center is not allowed. The input tax credit, it is not available if the membership input tax credit on membership of club, health and fitness center is not allowed as per the section 17 subsection 5. Therefore, input tax credit value is nil. Next transaction number 2, goods lost in transportation. Goods lost in transportation. Now, at the time of transportation, goods were lost. Whether input tax rate is available for goods lost in transportation, see the rules. First of all, as per the section 17 subsection 5 H clause H, input tax credit is not allowed in respect of goods lost, stolen, destroyed, write off or disposed by way of gift or free samples. The input tax rate whenever the goods lost, stolen, destroyed, written off or disposed by way of gift or free sample, so such input tax credit is not applicable. Therefore, these particular transactions input tax rate nil. Now third number, refreshments provided in suppliers meeting. Now whenever the refreshment provided in the suppliers meeting, whether input tax credit is available or not. Here the section 17 subsection 5b subclause 1, supply of goods or services or both relating to food, beverages and outdoor catering is not allowed as input tax credit unless it is used for making an outward supply of the same category or as an element of taxable composite and mixed supply. So friends, here supply of goods and services or both related to the food, beverage and outdoor catering is not allowed. So therefore, refreshment provided for suppliers meeting also not allowed input tax credit. Next transaction, repairing charges paid to Mr. Azai towards upkeep of machinery. Repairing charges paid, whether these charges are applicable for input tax credit or not, that we are going to discuss. Friends, here a registered person is entitled to take credit of input tax charge on any supply of goods or services or both to him which are used for intend to use for in the course of furtherance of this business. See friends, whenever we have to supply goods, services or both, that time it is used for furtherances of the business, then input tax credit. Repairing charges towards upkeep of the machines, therefore input tax credit is available and 40,000 this amount also considered for input tax credit. Fifth number transaction, inputs purchased as a raw material. Now raw material purchase, whether input tax rate is available or not, that we are going to discuss. Again, a registered person is entitled to take credit of input tax charged on any supply of goods or services or both to him which are used or intend to be used in the course or furtherance of this business. Section 16 subsection 1. Same thing in fourth transaction also. If the any particular goods used for business purpose or any services used for business purpose, that it is related to the business and therefore input tax credit is available. So this particular input purchase 50,000 amount considered as for availability of input tax credit. 6 number transaction, professional fees paid for designing technical drawings. Technical drawing design purpose professional fees paid, whether such transaction input tax credit is available or not. Here, as per the section 17 subsection 5 clause B 3 number subclause 3, input tax credit on rent a cap, life insurance or health insurance is not allowed except where the government notifies the services to be obligatory for an employer to provide to its employee. It is a rent a car, life insurance, health insurance is not available. Input tax rate is not available, but professional fees paid for designing the drawing for employers, it is obligatory for employer to provide to its employee, then input tax credit is available. Health insurance of the employees voluntarily done by the employer, here it is not available because of the section 17 subsection 5 subclause B 3. They says that the insurance, life insurance, health insurance is not allowed input tax credit. Then pick up drop facilities for employer, it's not a mandatory, it is also not available. Input tax credit is not available. The total input tax credit, we have to do the total 40,000, 50,000 and 60,000. The total will be how much? 40,000 plus 50,000 plus 60,000. The total will be 1,50,000. The total input tax credit available for the month of July 2019, it is 1,50,000. So friends, I hope you understood how to solve the problem about these things. You should know about the rules. So whenever we have to solve any particular problem, we can understand the rules about the sections. Now let us discuss further one more problem. Problem number 3. You are required to calculate input tax credit available for the month of December 2019. Number 1. Accounting services availed 36,000. Professional fees paid to Mr. Avi for providing auditing services 18,000. Refreshment provided during the annual day celebrations 72,000. Raw materials used in production process 54,000. repairs of building premises, no tax invoice available, 1,26,000. Purchase of plant and machinery, 90,000. Inputs purchase for constructing first floor, 1,08,000. Now this particular problem, we have to calculate input tax rate available for the month of December 2019. Now we should know about the rule also. The first transaction, accounting services available. Whenever the accounting services provided, we have to consider the rules also. The input tax credit on input of goods or services or both to him which are used or intend to be used in the course or furtherances of the business of his business are allowed. The service such as professional fees, accounting services are used in the furtherances in the course or furtherances of his business. Hence, input tax credit is allowed. So here, accounting services provided, it is allowed. Professional fees paid to Mr. Avi for providing auditing services. Whether this particular service input tax rate is available or not. So see the rules section. As per the section 17 subsection 5 B I 1, supply of goods or services or both relating to the food, beverages and outdoor catering is not allowed as a input tax credit unless it is used for making an outward supply of the same category or as an element of a taxable composite or mixed supply. Now hence, input tax rate on refreshment provided to employees during the working hours will be disallowed. Refreshment during the working hours will be disallowed. Refreshment will be disallowed. Refreshment. Professional fees, it is allowed as per the rule number 1. Raw material used in production process, whether it is allowed or not. A registered person is entitled to take credit of input tax charge on any supply of goods or services or both to him which are used or intend to be used in the course or furtherance of his business. Section 16 subsection 1. Therefore, raw material used in production being used for the furtherance of the business, therefore it is allowed as a input tax credit. So we have to show as allowable input tax credit. Next, repair of building premises, no tax invoice available. Whether input tax credit is available or not. So we have to see the rule. A registered person is entitled to take credit of input tax charge on any supply of goods or services or both to him which are used or intend to be used in the course or furtherance of his business. Section 16 subsection 1. There are certain restrictions under section 17. and on availing input tax rate on capital goods. However, repairs are revenue in nature, and for furtherance of the business, they are usually allowed as a input tax credit. However, as per the section 16 subsection 2 clause A, to claim input tax rate, a tax invoice or debit note issued by the suppliers is required. In this case, tax invoice is not available. Therefore, input tax credit will be disallowed. Why it is disallowed? Because of the tax invoice was not available. Purchase of the plant and machinery, whether input tax credit is available or not. So we will discuss the rule first, whether it is allowed or not. As per the section 17 subsection 5 clause D, input tax credit is not allowed on goods or services or both received by a taxable person for construction of an immovable property other than plant or machinery on his own account, including when such goods or services or both are used in the course or furtherance of business. The expression plant and machinery means apparatus, equipments, machinery fixed to earth by foundation or structural support that are used for making outward supply of goods or services or both, and includes such foundation or structural support. Hence, input tax rate on purchase of the plant and machinery is allowed. Generally, immovable property for construction it is not allowed, but plant and machinery, if it is there, it is allowed because it is a furtherance of the business. So we have to put the figures. 90,000 input purchase for construction first floor, whether input tax rate is allowed or not. So we have to discuss by way of rules. As per the section 17 subsection 5 clause D, input tax credit is not allowed on goods or services or both received by a taxable person for construction of an immovable property other than plant or machinery on his own account, including when such goods or services or both are used in the course or furtherance of the business. However, the expression plant and machinery excludes means not included. Number 1, land, building or any other civil constructions, civil structures, telecommunication towers, pipelines laid outside the factory premises. Hence, input tax rate is not allowed on input purchase for constructing telecommunication tower. Here, plant and machinery input tax rate is allowed, but other assets include that purchase of the construction of the first floor, that time input tax rate is not allowed. So friends, we have discussed the all items which are related to the input tax rate. So we have to find out the total amount of input tax credit. So how we will find out? We have to do the total 36,000 plus 18,000 plus 54,000 plus 90,000, total will be 1,98,000. It is a total input tax credit available. So friends, we have discussed two sums which are related to the input tax credit, how we will recognize the input tax credit, and there are certain rules we should follow. I hope you understood. You have to repeat again and again both the sums. It is very important to study both the sums. We will discuss how we will calculate GST liability and how we will deduct input tax credit from the sale tax liability that we are going to learn. So first of all, we should know about the input tax credit and their rules. So you have to study. Again, I am repeating the same sentence. You should write the notes. You should write the problem and answer in your notebook. Okay, you will easily understand the concept of the input tax credit. Okay, bye. Thank you.